All right, now we have a profit problem. We've got profit in Swiss francs made by students selling homemade lemonade is modeled by this function. So now we have a quadratic in standard form. Copy and complete the table. I'm going to do that by using my calculator. Hopefully it works this time. So I'm going to put in my formula first. So let's clear this out. Negative 1 over 20 times x squared plus 5x minus 30. Clear out this second equation, and I'm going to look at my table. So I want my table to go up by tens and start at 0. So I'm going to go into my table settings, start at 0, and go up by tens. Now I'm going to go back to my table, and let's pull out our bigger values here. All right, so I can see when x is 0, my y value is negative 30. When x is 20 and 30, I get 50 and 75. 50 and 60 gives me 95 and 90. And now I can see some symmetry happening here. 75, 50. I should get 15 at the 90. And sure enough, I do. And I know I'm going to have symmetry because it's quadratic. So draw axes for x and p. Well, I've already actually drawn those in for you. So here's my x. That's going to be my number of glasses of lemonade. So that's measured in glasses. P is my profit, and that's measured in Swiss francs. All right. Determine suitable scales. Well, I know I want to go up to 90. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. If I can fit 2.5, maybe I will. So let's see, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That doesn't fit. So I'm going to call each one of these 10. So that's going to make this one 50 and this one 100. All right, my y values need to go from negative 30 up to 90. So 5, 10, I'm going to count these as, so this will be 100 up here. That would make negative 30 happen down here. So here's my negative 30. My x-intercepts are where the y values are 0. I don't see those, so those aren't going to go onto my graph. So let's plot some other points. When x is 10, my y value is 15. 15 is not going to fit very nicely either, but 20, 50 fits nicely. So 20, 50. And then I also have 80, 50. Okay. I've got these 90s, 40, 90. And 60, 90. And I can see that at 50, 95, that's my peak. That's my vertex there. So let's draw in our quadratic, trying to make as smooth of a curve as we can. And we'll come down somewhere around here. Okay, so use my graph to find the maximum possible profit. Well, the maximum profit is 95 francs. The number of glasses that need to be sold, well, that's 50. Glasses that need to be sold to make a profit of 80, well, 80 is here. Don't know why my straight line feature is not working. So I've got two different places I can make 80. I can see those on my table as well. Sorry, I'm trying to make 80 francs. I don't want 80 glasses. I want to make 80 francs. Ooh, I can't actually see that on my table. So it's going to be somewhere in between 60 and 70, and somewhere in between 30 and 40. So I better come to my calculator to help me with this. So I'm going to add in a Y value of 80, and I'm going to make my window match. So my window right now goes from 0 to 100 on the X, and I was counting by tens. And then on my Ys, I'm going to go from negative 40 up to 100, and I'm also going to count by tens. Okay, so here's my parabola, and there's my Y equals 80, so I'm going to calculate my points of intersection. So I want intersect 1, 2. I said it was going to be somewhere between 30 and 40, so I'm going to say 35. And I get 32.6. So this X value down here is 32.6. My second value so I said that that one was going to be between 60 and 70. And this one we get as 67.3. So if I want a profit of 80 francs, that means I want to make 80 or more. So at 32 glasses, I haven't yet made 80, but at 33, I will have. At 67, I will have made more than 80. At 68, I'll have made less. So we're not going to hit exactly 80, but these are going to take us the closest but over. The amount of money initially invested. Here's our word initially. That's our starting point. We can see that down here. We invested 30 francs. We don't say negative 30 because we don't talk about money as negative. We say 30 was invested. All right, our 3 students share the profits in the ratio of 1 to 2 to 3. If they sold 40 glasses of lemonade, calculate Fiona's share. So she has the biggest share. She has the ratio of the 3. At 40 glasses, they made 90 francs. So 40 glasses is 90 francs. We've got, if we add all these up, 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. And Fiona gets 3 out of 6 of those shares. So we're going to take 3/6 of 90. And we get that Fiona earns 45 francs. So we're going to write a sentence to give our answer. So Fiona's share is 45 Swiss francs.